Our families depend on the tourists that come to this town to go to our shows. But I've seen that from the moment we moved in. It was tourism that made the difference. I've lived in this area for 20 years. My family moved here in 1993. And I've raised 4 children in the area. I have 3 boys and a girl. And many of them work in the area, and they're in the tourism area. My oldest son is a kitchen manager with Dixie Stampede. My daughter-in-law works for sales. She's worked for over 10 years with Dixie Stampede. And I know that tourism makes a difference in their business as well as it does the business that I'm in with Sight and Sound Theaters.
I thought that Branson was one of the most beautiful places, both scenically, but also as far as the people that I've ever lived. And I fell in love immediately, and thank God every day for being a member of this community.
We moved here, my wife and I, with no family, and since then 2 of our 4 children have migrated to Branson as well. One of them is working at Panera Bread, and another one is working for Summer Winds and is heading up all of their websites of all the Summer Winds properties around the country.
I would love to see Branson growing in our ability to attract new generations of visitors, and I'm not sure what that looks like. It's not my place to be one of the entertainment leaders, but I certainly pray for all of those who are involved in developing Branson as an entertainment destination, because I do think that's part of our particular gift to the world, is that we give people a place to come where in a very family-friendly atmosphere they can relax, they can come together with each other, they can bond and grow as a family, they can create memories that they'll cherish for a lifetime, and that's a real ministry. Branson isn't just a place for people to come and spend money, it's a place for people to come and build families.
The reason that our theaters built in this area was because they saw what was going on in this area. And I talked to many people that say that they felt like God drew them to this area for a reason and a purpose. And I believe God has a purpose. But if we don't go out and let the folks know all over the United States and Canada and different areas, the people that still come to Branson because of that special feeling, there's a purpose that's driven. And tourism makes the difference in that.
Tourism dollars are what fuels our local economy. So without the tourism dollars, there wouldn't be employment, there wouldn't be the kind of jobs and opportunities available to our local residents, nor would there be the services of the government or the not-for-profits that care for the community members, because the revenue that supports all those things comes largely from our tax dollars.
This past year, CAM was called upon to serve enough food for 530,000 meals, and that was in a recovering economy. And if we take into account removal of the advertising monies that are available to promote our town and our main industry, then that's going to put more of a shockwave effect on the resources within the community, because there will be increased unemployment and less jobs to be filled, because the tourists won't be here and the tourists are our main industry.
After the Leap Day tornado in 2012, one of the things we noticed was that immediately there was a drop in attendance at the different venues in town because people were worried about the tornado damage. In truth, the tornado damage didn't slow much down locally, but people perceived that Branson was a disaster area, and that hurt tourism and it hurt the economy for several months. And I think that if we were to lose the income from the tourism tax, that we would see a slowdown in tourism, which would also hurt the economy, but I'm afraid that would be a very, very long-term detriment for the economy.
I support the tourism here. I support this tax. Nobody wants to pay a tax. I don't want to pay any more taxes. But if you really look at the bottom of what this tax does, this is a tax that gives back to us. This is a tax that allows our churches to be successful. You know, we all, many people in this area support our local churches. But we're able to give our tithing to church because we get paid at our theaters. And that comes from tourism.
Well, I would encourage them to get out and vote, because if we don't, then we're letting other people make the decisions for our community and for our destiny. But I would encourage them to vote for the continuation of the tax. There is no vote about a new tax. There is no vote about an increase in a tax. There's only a vote about whether or not to continue the tax that gives us the ability to attract our visitors. And I would encourage them to vote for it, because the really cool thing is inviting new people in means more people get blessed by the experience of Branson as a tourist destination, and all of us who live here are blessed not only by being able to give them a good time, but also because they then support a strong economy for us. So it's a win-win all the way around.
No matter what you're doing, make sure you go out and vote, but we're asking you to vote yes. Believe in tourism, believe in yourselves, believe in the leadership that's in the Branson area, the Reed Springs area, all around the lakes. We have great leaders here, and it's God-given talent that's here, and we just ask you to search your heart and do the right thing.
Please vote yes.
Yes.
Yes. Vote yes for tourism.